Hi, I'm Julie Marie and I'm here in the Protective Diet Test Kitchen, and I'm super excited to show you a technique video to go along with Protective Diet hot dog buns. This recipe is a premium recipe and it's part of Protective Diet Education's programming. Let's get started with lining the baking pan with parchment paper. And the pan, as specified in the recipe, is a rectangular pan. I'm going to crumple up our parchment paper to make it more pliable and easier to manage in our pan. It'll stay in place. So we open it back up and line the pan. As you can see, it will stay in place because of that crumpling step. The next step we're going to do is we've already activated our yeast. We're going to add the yogurt. This is Protective Diet organic soy yogurt. This is a new jar, so we're going to drain off any extra liquid that's around the yogurt, taking care not to pour your yogurt down the drain. Measure your yogurt precisely according to the recipe. Again, these videos are technique videos to help you along to make it really easy and seamless to duplicate my recipes. We're adding the yogurt into the liquid ingredients, giving it a stir, and adding this to our dry ingredients that we've whisked to incorporate them evenly so that there's less mixing in this step. This is a very, very moist dough. That's what makes these buns stay soft and almost smushy, like a store-bought hot dog bun is what I'm going for. I've perfected the hot dog recipe. It's made of all whole food ingredients. Check out that video to go along with these buns. These buns can also be filled with other Protective Diet recipes, such as the mock tuna salad, the skinny chicken salad, the better than bacon. Layer it up with the ultimate plant-based mayo to make the ultimate BLT. Just for a few ideas. Check the recipe suggestions for more ideas of what to fill these buns with besides the Protective Diet Hot Diggity dogs. I'm gonna move these out of the way. Okay, our next step is working with moist fingers. I have a bowl of water in here, or you can just turn on your tap and moisten your fingers. We're going to push this together into one ball. We're not really kneading it. We don't have to put this out onto the countertop, so it keeps your countertops neat compared to some of the other bread recipes. And we're going to divide this into 7 pieces so we can make 7 buns. You could use a knife to do this, to make it easier. And if you don't get them exact, you can add a little dough from this one and that one to get it a lot more evened out, which I'm sure I didn't get it exact here. After you make this recipe a few times, you'll get the hang of it and you'll see what size bun to start off with. Always rinsing off any extra sticky dough off of your hands to make this dough workable. Wet hands, dough will not stick to. You can see my hands are very wet, and I am forming my hot dog bun, just like that. I'm going to move this pan here so you can see it clearly. And I'm forming my first bun to the side of the pan with the parchment paper lining it. You can see there's my bun. Then I'm wetting my hands again. Rinse off any excess dough in between every bun that you make. There's only 7 of them. It only takes a few minutes, and this is so worth the reward of homemade, soft, whole wheat hot dog buns. No additives, no preservatives, no oils, no sugar, just clean, whole grains. You can see how easy that is. Don't forget to rinse your fingers and wet them. And each bun is about 2 ounces. of dough. If you wanted to be really particular and measure it out, you could, but it's not necessary. These are hot dog buns. This isn't brain surgery. And you're placing them next to one another, but you're not pushing them tight together. They are touching. And this one ended up being really big and a lot more dough than some of the other ones. So I'm just going to add this dough to the first couple that I started with that were a little bit smaller. And with wet fingers, I can smooth it all together. This dough is extremely forgiving as far as what the surface will look like when it's finished. You can wet your finger and smooth it out if you'd like. Plus, we're going to top these with poppy seeds. That would be the traditional topping on a hot dog bun, especially on a Chicago style hot dog, which is what I'm duplicating with the Protective Diet Hot Diggity dogs. And I'm going to top these hot dogs with poppy seeds heavily. That's going to cover up any imperfections on the top of the buns. And as they rise, they're going to smooth out beautifully as well. Follow the recipe, allow these to rise for 1 hour, and then preheat your oven before you put the buns in. And you could also top them with different toppings. If you're not into poppy seeds, you could use chopped dried onion like I did on this batch. Or you could use sesame seeds. You could use whatever topping you want. Different seasonings. You could use these for different things besides just hot dogs, but I'm going to show you the assembly of a hot dog today. This is how they come out of the oven in the pan, and then you can just break them apart really easily with your hand. If you need the assistance of a knife, you could use it. And then to slice them open, you could use a knife like this. There's your perfect hot dog bun. You can see it's really nice and soft, typical of a hot dog bun. Or you could break them open with your fingers. You don't have to cut them open with a knife. And then I'm going to actually use one of the poppy seed buns. I have some here that I assembled earlier. And here's one of my grilled hot diggity dogs. Check out that recipe and cooking video to make these really easy for you. And we're doing this Chicago style. Mustard. This is Protective Diet pickle relish. It's free of additives, sugars. It's low sodium. And onions. Couple tomato wedges. And we have some pickled pepper rings. This is a free recipe on protectivediet.com. You can also find it on Protective Diet's YouTube channel. Subscribe to my YouTube channel and you'll get notifications of every time I add a new video. I hope you enjoy these buns and you get to making them. You saw how easy they were to assemble, as all Protective Diet recipes are very easy because of the technique videos and the directions that I give you. Take care, everyone, and best of health.